Opinions. Opinions are bloody fantastic, aren't they? Everyone has one, and everyone wants to tell you what their opinion is all the time. Especially me, who's making this video right now. Obviously. So everyone has opinions on these new Galarian forms in Sword and Shield. And obviously I could have made this video a while ago, and I didn't because I'm making it now. So I'm gonna give you my opinions on all the Galarian forms in Sword and Shield, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why your favorites are awful. Sorry, almost swore in the first minute of a YouTube video. Can't do that. That would have been bad. But you know what you can do in the first minute in a YouTube video? Advertise the like button. That's right. It's below you and it's ripe and ready to be clicked. So if you guys want to see me rate all of the Generation 8 Pokemon and tell you why your favorites are disgusting and awful, then please do like and let me know what your opinions are on my opinions, because that helps me in the YouTube algorithm. The more comments and likes I have, the better I do in the YouTube algorithm. So that's great. That's why we do those tier list videos, right? We do it so we can make people angry and then have people yell at us so we can benefit from people yelling at us, I think. That's probably why we do it. I don't know. Anyway, let's dive into it. As you can see, we have all of the Generation 8 Pokemon here. We're going to be ignoring the majority of them. However, I will be speaking about the evolutions to some of the Galarian forms because I feel like it would be nice to have them fall under this little area. So, first off, we have ourselves a Galarian Meowth. Now, if you saw my reaction to when I first saw this thing in the Nuzlocke, which you should have watched the Nuzlocke, but when you saw my reaction to this thing, I think this thing is wonderful. I absolutely love it. Absolutely fantastic little guy here. He's got a beard. He's got a big smile. He's got yellow eyes. What could possibly go wrong with this strapping young individual right here? Nothing at all. I think that's an A tier right there. Immediately diving into A tier. No, I'm going to zoom in too. There you go. Bloody zoom it in. So we have from S tier to atrocities to humanity, which is just fantastic, obviously. But look at this thing. This thing is fantastic. And since we have that right there, we're going to go ahead and grab the evolution, which sadly is taking me a very long time to shiny hunt. As you'll know if you watch me on twitch.tv/Patterrz, because I stream there every single day, link in the description. I've been shiny hunting this thing for 10,000 years. Now, if by the time this video goes up, I found it, fantastic. If not, I'm still very upset with you, Berserker. Very upset indeed. I bet I'm gonna upload this video like right after my shiny reaction, so you're gonna look at this, you're gonna look at the video side by side and be like, Daniel, bad timing to record this on the day of finding it, but hey, it's whatever. It's cool. It's okay. I'm a little bit upset with you, Berserker, but I do love Zao. Zao is our Berserker in the Nuzlocke. That thing was just fantastic, wasn't it? That thing was absolutely fantastic. But I have to say, the fact that I haven't found you shiny yet, or the fact that you've taken so long, has knocked you down a bit, buddy. I'm sorry. I still love you, though. I still love you. And let me tell you why I love this thing so much as well, because it appeals to my love of history. I absolutely love history. I think history is fantastic. I think history is super interesting. I love reading about it. I love ancient history, and I love our history, the UK history. And what I mean by that is, this Berserker is related to UK history in the way that back in about 800 AD, maybe a little bit before then, the Vikings came over from Scandinavia land and pretty much knocked the socks off of the Anglo-Saxons and took over a bunch of the kingdoms. So essentially, Berserker being in Galar is like an invasion of the Vikings happening in real time that you can see, which I love, by the way. It's fantastic. But he goes in B tier because I really want a shiny one. Next up, we have Galarian Ponyta. I'm not going to take as long on this one. This was a little bit easier for me to rate. It's a C. And Galarian Rapidash is a D. Do I have to give my opinions? I suppose I do. That's literally the point of this video, isn't it? So Galarian Ponyta is fine. I really thought it was gonna be, you know, like, I don't know. I looked at it, I'm like, it's okay, I guess. I kind of like having the fire coming out of the horse a little bit more, not gonna lie. The fire coming out of the horse, very cool. Big thumbs up from your boy Dan. But the Rapidash is just, I don't like the hair on the Rapidash. I mean, its horn is nice, but I still think the original Rapidash is a lot better. Like, would you rather pick a horse that can spew flames, that literally looks like you're riding on one of the horses of the apocalypse? Like, or do you want a horse that has long hair that you'll probably trip over, and then the horse will get really pissed off at you and then kick you. All of a sudden, you wake up in the hospital with a concussion. I know I'd rather have cool fire Cerberus horse than a concussion, personally. I mean, you may have a different opinion there, but that's just mine. Next up, we have Farfetch. Now, Farfetch, just look at this guy. Just look at him. He's so freaking cool. He's so much better than the original Farfetch. And they didn't even really change much. They just made him a little bit angrier and slightly darker colored. I don't know what the darker color came from. He just has this leak on his shoulder and it makes him look so much better. The original Farfetch is a beta cuck, and this Farfetch is like the ultimate Chad. This is the Chad Farfetch right here. This is the Farfetch that comes into the club and takes the leak out, smacks your girl's ass. What are you gonna do about that? You can't do anything about that. Can't bloody do anything about that. This thing is a fantastic Farfetch. I'm gonna put you straight into B tier, because I think this Farfetch is fantastic. Then we have Galarian Weezing, and this just makes me happy. Again, it appeals to my love of history with the whole Industrial Revolution. He looks like an old Victorian businessman who's made his wealth on the labor of his factory workers. Yes, I smoke 10 cigars every day, and I have to replace 10 of my employees because they keep dying. Those bloody employees. Why do they keep dying? Working conditions? I don't know what those are. So Galarian Weezing goes directly into ATF. I think this thing is bloody fantastic. Galarian Mr. Mime, it makes me incredibly uncomfortable. No. Also, why is the Galarian Mr. Mime icy? Like, what's up with that? I mean, I know the UK weather isn't fantastic, but we usually don't get a huge amount of snow, to be honest. We really don't get much snow. Why is he so icy? And what is with Mr. Mime in general? I know he's been here since Generation 1, so we're not like really thinking about it that much. But if this thing came out in Generation 7 or Generation 6, it would be slated. No one would look at Mr. Mime and be like, yeah, that looks good. No, everyone, back in 2013, 2016, if they revealed this for the new games, they'd be like, oh, great, Pokemon is introducing pedophiles. Fantastic. No. People will be so bad at this, and I think we need to just touch on that for a second. No, don't touch on it. No, that was the wrong choice of words to make there. Don't do that. But this thing goes directly into the atrocities of humanity. It really does. And now we have ourselves Mr. Rime, who I trust Mr. Rime much more than I do this Mr. Mime. In fact, I trust Mr. Rime so much that I'm willing to put him at least into... Oh, it's hard, actually. Do I do B or do I do C? Is he a B boy or is he a C boy? I'm gonna go with a solid C with the potential for a promotion later on. Just keep that in mind. Always the potential for a promotion later on. Because this guy, I trust him way more. He does tap dancing. And I've never seen tap dancing before, but I feel like if I did, I don't know if I'd like it or not. But like, he seems like a good lad. And then we have Corsola coming in here, and Corsola just makes me incredibly uncomfortable. This thing is sad. This thing is dead. This thing is not really what I expected in my happy Galar region. Really didn't expect that at all. I mean, it's not terrible. You could use it in battle. It's good in battle, right? I mean, it's good in battle, but looking at this thing just makes me slightly more depressed, and I don't really want that in my life right now. I don't need that. Then we have the precursor to the Great Bear, which is aka Galarian Zigzagoon, which is right here, which I'm gonna be honest, Galarian Zigzagoon, solid D, not really a huge fan. But then we have, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the Great Bear, which is like, it just goes immediately into S tier because it's the Great Bear. I don't want to hear anything about it. I don't want to hear your back chat. I don't want to hear it. Don't even talk to me. Look at that tongue. That tongue action he knows what's going on with the tongue action. He knows exactly what's going on with the tongue action. And then we have Obstagoon, which just has the most sick design that I've ever seen. But what is with the anthropomorphic people? Why are so many Pokemon nowadays just look like people in suits? I mean, I'm looking at Cinderace mostly for that one, but Obstagoon kind of as well. It looks like Pokemon have just been like, okay, what if we just get some guys, put furry suits on them? That's a Pokemon. There it is. But I still kind of like Obstagoon. Obstagoon looks like the kind of guy that would be he seems like the kind of guy that you look at him and you kind of intimidated, and then when you talk to him, he's actually like really nice. I feel like he's that kind of guy, so he's gonna go into B right there. Galarian Darumaka it exists, I suppose. So I'll just put it in a D because, I mean, it exists. It exists only to act as a precursor to Galarian Darmanitan. Did I say Darmanitan twice? I may have said Darmanitan twice. I meant Darumaka the first time. Galarian Darumaka, Darmanitan, Jesus, speaking is hard, is a very, very interesting creature that I never expected to see. And you know, if you saw my reaction in Nuzlocke, this is bloody ridiculous. But he has massive lips. This thing is ridiculously good. I mean, I kind of hate the design, but I mean, I love to hate it. It's the kind of thing that I love to hate. So he goes straight into B tier. And the Zen mode is way better. That is an A tier individual right there. It's a snowman, It's a fire snowman. He should melt himself, but he doesn't because he has the willpower of an absolute individual. I don't know what that means, but he has the willpower of an individual, apparently. This thing is absolutely fantastic. He's got a big, smiley, happy face. He shoots fire out of his nose where the carrot should be. Just think about that for a second. Let that sink in. What does the bloody sink want now? Every time. Just let the sink in. No, open the door. Every time the sink at my door. Just let it in. Jeez. All right. And then we have Galarian Mask, which is an atrocity humanity, and I'll tell you why. Do you know how to evolve this thing? Do you know how you're supposed to evolve a Galarian Mask? Let me show you the ways. You evolve a Galarian Mask via taking 49 or more damage in one battle, and then walking under a stone sculpture in the Dusty Bowl Wild area. Just let the bloody sink in. Let the sink in, okay? Let it in for a second. Let it stew. Let the sink make you a bloody brilliant beef stew. And think about, while that's being created, the Galarian Mask evolution method. I'm sorry, I thought this was E for everyone. I didn't know that parts of the game should be restricted to only bloody Alan Turing. I didn't realize I had to break the Enigma code in order to evolve my ghost thing. Sorry about that, but I will say I absolutely do love its evolution. The evolution is absolutely fantastic if I can find it. Where is it? This evolution, absolutely love it. It's bloody brilliant. It goes directly into A tier. This design, fantastic. Bloody tremendous. But the Galarian Mask? No. Don't even speak to me, Galarian Mask. And it's at this point I've realized that I've not talked about Cursula, which just makes me really, really, really sad as well. But I will say it makes me a lot happier than Corsola because it's nice to see Corsola get an evolution. So Cursula, or Corsola, I can't remember the names at this point. You go into B tier because you look like a nice person. And I don't know what you remind me of, but you only make me slightly less sad than the Corsola did. So that's pretty brilliant. And then we have a Surfetch tier. Surfetch is also very cool, though I don't know if I like it as much as the Farfetch. No, I do. He's got his massive lance. He's got his shield. He's got the big pecs. He's got the confidence. The Chad Surfetch. Yes, you stay in B tier. I would put you in C tier for Chad, but I don't think you deserve that, honestly. I really don't. And then we have Galarian Stunfisk, which... okay, no. It doesn't deserve to be an atrocity to humanity. I'm gonna put you in C because now that I've actually looked at your design a little bit more, I really like the concept behind you. I love the idea of a Stunfisk being a bear trap. That seems really cool, but there's one problem. There's no bloody bears in the UK. Wait, there's no bears in the UK, is there? Hold on. Are there wild bears in the UK? Oh, they're extinct. There were wild bears in the UK in the Middle Ages. There are no longer any wild bears in the UK. All right. Sorry, I was just scared for a bit there. I was worried that I'd go outside and then I'd get smacked in the face by the wild bear that decided to watch my video and he's like, hold on, what's he bloody saying about the bears? I'm gonna go to this man's house. I'm gonna toss him upside down. But no, we're safe from the wild bears, which is fantastic, which means we technically don't need Galarian Stunfisk. We don't really need it. But it leaves the S tier suspiciously open. Now, usually I only put one thing into S tier. Today is no different. We're going to put one thing into S tier. Can you guess which one will be going into S tier? Guess right now from the A tier candidates. Let me know what you think will be going into S tier. Right now, do it. Guess in the comment section. Did you guess? You skipped ahead, didn't you? You bloody skipped ahead. You cheater. You cheater. You're skipping ahead. Stop skipping ahead in the video. Okay, well, now that we've established that you're not a cheater, let me go ahead and sort that out for you. It's not the Great Bear. It is the Galarian Weezing. Because as soon as I saw this thing, I immediately fell in love. The whole Victorian era, the reference to the Industrial Revolution, the fact that he has the good old mustache, yes, of course, and of course, yes, he also has a top that doubles as a chimney to give the toxic fumes from. Even though the fumes aren't actually toxic according to the law, I don't believe that. We're definitely going to die to climate change, 100%. But it's fine because I'm a Galarian Weezing. I'll be gone before that even happens, so I don't really care all that much. Now remember, guys, we are gonna die to climate change. So before we die to climate change, I need you to do a couple of things. Number one is make sure you subscribe to this channel. Number two is make sure that you liked this video because we're gonna die to climate change. You might as well just click the like button, right? Number three is make sure you're following me at all the links in the description. I stream on Twitch every day. I post on Instagram every day, and I tweet every day. I have the best tweets on the internet, guaranteed. They're all funny. Well, they're all funny, and you should go and look at all of them. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this tier list. Wait, did I miss any of them? Okay, I don't think I missed any of them, but it's gonna be really embarrassing if I did. There we go. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.